bad. Hopefully, let me know, is it back on? So we just dropped the whole intro, I think, on mute, y'all. Y'all already know, though, we back with another banger, man. Salute to all y'all pulling up on us. Shout out to all the real ones that's already in the stream. Y'all know to smash the like button as soon as you pull up, man. So we got some stuff to talk about today, man. Have y'all been seeing what's going on with the latest crypto news? Tune in, share the stream, hit the like button. Shout out to the replay gang as well, all y'all that will be tapping in, catching this on the playback. So we got a few people in the building. Shout out to Crypto Pete. Let's go. Shout out to that muffler shop. Also, Haven said, why did the SHIB cross the road to calculate the GD burns? I don't get that one, bro. Shout out to Essence pulling up on us. Salute to all the real ones in the building. So yeah, we got Shibarium live. You know, it is officially live. The team has been giving us updates on everything going on Shibarium, and it's looking good right now. We got a lot of excitement. Already been hearing of a few projects that already started developing on top of it. And I told y'all, our goal is to find that next Shiba Inu gem that will be built on top of Shibarium. So the one that gives us the closest resemblance to Shiba Inu, we definitely want to find it. So shout out to y'all. Leave a comment if you're in the stream right now. We're taking attendance. We got also some news from the Shiba Inu team. We got a new blog article up. Satoshi says Shibarium scaling final update. So we're going to get into some Shibarium figures, but I need y'all to share the stream. Tell everybody to tune in. We are live right now, man. Shout out to all y'all that caught today's videos as well. Drop hashtag SHIB Army in the stream if you rocking with the SHIB Army, man. Okay, y'all. So let's share this real quick. I want to talk about things going on with Shiba Inu as well as some other crypto news. This is what I'm seeing everybody, you know, talking about right now. So we'll get into this. But right now, Shibarium scaling, final update. So this is all we have so far from Satoshi in the last day or two. Also, our last post from Cal telling us Shibarium is like a newborn baby who got overwhelmed by so many excited family members coming to meet them. This time around, they're ready, but please do handle it with love and care. So, you know, letting us know, you know, Shibarium is officially ready, but, you know, it's in those early stages where things may not still be perfect. So we got to, you know, be careful, be cautious with it, you know, do your due diligence, especially with new projects that are, you know, launching on top of Shibarium, because just because it has the Shibarium blockchain underneath it does not mean it's a legit project. You got to keep that in mind. So also, let's see. Satoshi has updated the location to Tokyo. So I'm not sure what Satoshi has going on with Tokyo, y'all, but we got to keep this in mind when we connect our dots. So let's get into this last Shiba Inu blog article before we start talking about Pepe news going on with BitBoy, news going on with China, and, you know, anything else we end up covering. So make sure y'all share the stream. Also, drop a like as well if you are rocking with us right now. So Shibarium is live and operating well. Stats as of now. So far, before this announcement, we have accumulated over 65,000 wallets and 350,000 transactions. We've seen even a typo right there, but we've seen a variety of fun, unusual, and sometimes offensive tokens deployed on Shibarium alongside a variety of platforms. Within these thousands of tokens, we will see which will rise to the top. So right now, the team letting us know there are already thousands of projects building on top of Shibarium. That's exciting, y'all, because it gives us a lot of possibilities, a lot of options, a lot of, you know, chances for, you know, that next gem. I got to turn the AC on, though, real quick, y'all. This light is literally cooking me. So I got an extra light set up over here, but hold on one second. Okay, y'all, we back with this banger, man. So shout out to everybody tuning in. Tune in, hit the like button as well as share the stream. Let everybody know you're rocking with us and that we are live right now. So like I was saying, it's exciting to see so many projects being built on top of Shibarium so far, just already in the first, you know, week of it relaunching. But also the teams, this article goes on to say, well, this blog, I should say, now that we've proven that all funds are safe, as we said, and that Shibarium is ready for prime time, we will reopen our channels. They got a quote in here from Ryoshi, says, those who build in the bear market will win in the bull market. And that's facts. You know, you got to stay down for the come up. Usually, think about the companies that the biggest companies in crypto right now that you see today were most likely, of course, there are some outliers, but for the most part, the OpenSeas, the crypto.com, the Coinbases, these large exchanges were all built during bear markets. And now look where they are. So if you can hang through the bear market, you can withstand, the struggle, you're most likely gonna, reap the rewards that come in the bull market. That's just the way the cycle of crypto goes, y'all. So, if you were here 2017 in crypto, even before that, things weren't as exciting. You notice every new cycle, things become more and more exciting. So what do y'all think is going to happen this next cycle? A lot of people predicting Bitcoin at minimum will go to 100K and possibly on the high side to 250K. I haven't seen some $1 million Bitcoin predictions, but I think it's more safer to say around 100K to 250K Bitcoin. I think of 250K Bitcoin is very, very reasonable, especially seeing Bitcoin went already at its all-time high to 68,000. So 100K is right around the corner from there. So 250K is like, okay, I can see that. Even if we get 150,000 Bitcoin, what do you think that's going to do to the rest of the altcoin market? It's going to go bonkers, y'all. This is what I want y'all to be prepared for. I know sometimes, especially right now, it can get tough because the markets are, basically being sideways or, trading in what's called an irrational way, making people think, we're entering the bull market. Then, people thinking we're, still in the bull market. Then prices begin pumping out of nowhere. That's what the markets do. And you just got to be able to, stand tall through it all. Don't fall. If you want to buy, sell, or hold, that's all on you. Remember, this is not financial advice. I can't tell you what to do, but I'm just telling you, this is why it's important to only put in what you're willing to risk losing, because that way you can stay in the markets. You don't have to think about taking money out. Now, you can take money out if it's profits or whatnot that you want to, use for something, that's fine, but you won't have to sell at a loss because the markets are taking longer than expected to, turn the direction you want it to. So also, Satoshi goes on to say, thanks. But before that, I need to give explanation and a huge thanks to the Polygon team. Quickly after the incident began, I called Sandeep from Polygon directly, and without a second thought, he helped provide additional resources to ensure a perfect outcome to the situation. And that is why our pivot to the fork Polygon was the correct one. So we talked about this earlier as well, why, we were curious why the team decided to use Polygon when, we heard from the team that they wouldn't, and Shibarium will be its complete own chain. But it does look like after further review, that was a smart decision. Like we talked about, the Polygon developers just might have a little more knowledge when it comes to blockchain development than the Shibarium team. So, using Polygon as a fork might have been the best idea, because imagine if we were built on our own fork or our own chain completely, and a situation like this occur and the team not know what to do. That could have been catastrophic for Shiba Inu. So, in the end of the day, I think it, like Satoshi says, was the best decision. Now, I don't have anything personally against Polygon. I was just excited for us to be completely on our own. But specifically, thank you to Sandeep. And Satoshi goes on to name a few people. Shout out to all these people here. But note about a final thank you to everyone who fought the FUD and ignored the misinformation posted on multiple news sites recklessly. Yeah, that was crazy. We had a pure Shiba Inu FUD campaign against Shibarium. As soon as it dropped, there were fake screenshots and all of Satoshi saying, the funds are all lost, we effed up, and actually, explicitly saying, so that's why we knew it was not real. Satoshi doesn't swear on any of the channels that we've seen so far, especially, the dropping the F-bomb like that. But the FUD really, I did see it have a small effect, but as people began to let things, settle, people started to wake up and realize, okay, it was just a smear campaign. So shout out to everybody that held it down on the front lines and wasn't fazed by that. So note about the bridge withdrawal process. It is by design that the SHIB leash and wrapped ETH withdrawals through the bridge take at least 2 checkpoints, 45 minutes to 3 hours, and bone withdrawal will take up to 7 days. These are confirmed working as seen below. That's crazy, a 7-day withdrawal period. I don't know why that was necessary, but I think that's wild for any, I'm rocking with the Shiba Inu ecosystem, the team, everything, but I don't understand a 7-day withdrawal period. Now, maybe, it could be to protect Shibarium against, scammers trying to crack Shibarium and, leak all the liquidity, take all the bone token. But still, though, 7 days is kind of wild, though. So let me see what else this says. Next step, stay tuned to official channels for Shibarium updates, and please utilize the links below for more information. Final reminder, be careful of any token you see on Shibarium and do your own research. Again, do your own research and be careful. Hail SHIB and happy gem hunting DGens. This is what I'm talking about. So, there's different types of investors. There's, those blue chip investors that believe in, only investing in solid utility, blue chip type of projects. There's the, meme coin investors, also there's short-term, long-term investors. There's, speculators who trade the markets, look for opportunities to buy low, sell high. There's straight degens who don't care about anything. They're not really doing any due diligence. They're jumping straight in the water and going for a swim. And I got a little DJ in me, y'all. Sometimes, of course, we still connect a few dots before jumping in some of these projects, but you never know what you can get with these projects. And a lot of times, if you pick the right project, you can see a nice, small return. And it's not, anything, or not every time is it going to be a home run, but still a 5X is pretty cool. It's still making your money work for you versus, having to, go to other bags that you have and want to take profits from just by learning how to play these meme coins. So let me see. We got a few people in the building, man. Shout out to all 56 people tuned in right now. Let's go through some of these comments, man. Salute. Shout out to Louis. Said, what's good, DeMarco? Shout out to Crypto P. Said, staked all my bone. 23K. Let's see the rewards. Good work. Shout out to Essence. So SHIB Army. Christian said, morning from here in the UK. We global, y'all. Salute to Christian. All Neural says stake 10K bone. Nice work. Bet says bad is climbing. Yeah, did y'all see that 20% discount today on Bad Idea AI? Absolutely crazy. I told y'all when we're looking at buying the dip, 10% discount or the price being pulled back 10% is telling us to pay attention. I like to pull the trigger around 15%, but I told y'all we see a 20% on something that we're actively, looking to add to the bag. That's that's begging us to buy. So, shout out to those that caught that 20% discount. Actually, it was like around 21% discount today when I grabbed a little more. Shout out to Blunt. Salute to Freeze. Appreciate all y'all pulling up. Shout out to Mike. Said, first off, salute to you, DecemberDeMarco. Salute. Jackano says BlackRock and Fidelity Spot ETF will send BTC over 1 million after 5 years of being on the market. I definitely think that's possible. Once we start to see these ETFs take off, Bitcoin to the moon. But right now, the decision is supposed to be made by the SEC next week if they will approve this BlackRock ETF or not. But how Gary Gensler gets down, he likes to push, kick that can down the road. So I could see them basically, again, delaying the decision just like they did, a couple weeks ago when they were supposed to have a decision in. So, hopefully it will be a surprise for the market if we do see them just finally say, you know what, forget it. Let's just, put the rules out and let's approve it. That will be extremely bullish. You're going to see the overall crypto market cap probably shoot up around 5% that day. So that's going to pull everything, up. So that's one positive catalyst that we could have on the horizon. It's not a guarantee though, so y'all got to keep that in mind. But yeah, once those ETFs are approved, it's going to bring more liquidity into the crypto markets. And that's what we need in order to see the overall market cap of crypto grow. If we want to see 100K Bitcoin, 250K Bitcoin, we need more money to flow into crypto. If you want to see a Shiba Inu, delete another, 2 zeros and be at that 3-0 level, we're going to need a lot more liquidity in the market. But Bitcoin around, I'm not going to say exactly what number, but let's just say that number was, 250K Bitcoin, Shiba Inu can, delete a couple zeros. That's what we want to see happen. Shout out to Jackona. Free says, need your help. How do you get to Shibarium? When I go to it, all I see is delegate. So when you go to the SHIB.io website, it should say a big Shibarium button right there. And you can click the Shibarium button. Shout out to the real abs in the building. Said, what up, DD Broski? Always voted. Shout out to my vote army as well, man. We got to get a vote video up on the channel. Shout out to everybody on the vote front lines holding it down during the bear market. Fade tonight says future video ideas, Shibarium tutorial for beginners. Okay, for sure. We definitely gonna get one of those up. Real Ab says these defensive don't know nothing except for Pepe and all these coins that have no utilities, just hype, no true community. All I see is SHIB and vote community still holding it down, broski. LFV, salute. Mike says, I just want to say thank you for all of your information for crypto. Now, for people looking for bone, bad idea, and anything SHIB system who were having problems purchasing, get Tangem or shibaswap. So if you're not familiar, Tangem is the wallet that is built by the Tangem team, but they have a Shiba Inu version of this wallet. Specifically, I'm not sure, I'm not gonna say specifically, but it is branded with Shiba Inu. I'm not gonna say specifically for Shiba Inu because you can use a ton of different tokens on it. So Miller says, D, keep grinding. I'm praying we make it to the promised land. 600 million. I'm not selling until it hits my goals. Sell orders are already placed. That's smart, you know, because if we see a spike in the markets, I'm not sure what your price targets are, but let's say the price spikes up really high for a brief moment. You notice how sometimes we can see in the charts, we see those wicks that shoot up super high and they only last for, 10 minutes or so. The way you can catch those is by having sale orders. The people who catch those profits at that level are the ones who have their sale orders set at that price. So let's say Shiba Inu, just theoretically speaking, hit a quarter of a cent, out of nowhere. It just blasted up because of so much liquidity flowing in before a major quick sell-off took place. Usually what you see is the smartest money of them all being able to take those profits off the table because they had those sell orders already set. So these are technical traders or investors that understand, the charts. And if it flies up there for a quick second, it might hit that level, but it's only going to fill the people who are already at that level. If it takes you, 10, 15 minutes to realize the price broke out at that level, and now you're trying to, go over there, check the price and then sell, it might be too late. The price is already selling off because people quickly, they already have those order sale set in. So the sales take place automatically. So the price will automatically pull right back down. But for those that want to catch that, let's say you have a sell order set at a quarter of a cent. If the price flashes up there real quick, your sell order will most likely get filled. Now, it depends on how many are already set at that level, and the sizes and which exchange, you're doing it on or whatever. But that's likely, what you see happening when you see those wicks. But shout out to Miller A. Little Elmo says, just thought I would jump in here and say what up. Shout out to Little Elmo, man. Appreciate you pulling up. All Neural says, how high do you think Bone can go up to in the bull market? It's really hard to say. We got to look at all the technicals before, as we start to get those signs that the bull market is in, and, do some technical analysis, look at the chart, look at previous resistance areas, previous highs. But I could easily see Bone being a $100 token, even higher. But, that's with more favorable things taking place. But you got to think, Bone is the gas token of Shibarium. So every single project, like Satoshi just said, there's thousands of projects being built on Shibarium right now. And each of those projects have to utilize Bone. So, I expect to see hundreds of thousands of projects eventually on top of Shibarium, just like we see, projects built on top of Ethereum. Lower fees, quicker transactions. It's going to be attractive to a lot of people. I think we're going to actually see a trend of new meme coins that all stem from Shibarium. I think that's going to be a wave. Remember, you heard me say it here. So, just stay tuned, y'all. Well, let's see what the overall markets are doing real quick before we get to some more of these comments. So right now, let's see where we are. Okay, so we slightly want to pick up just a little bit, 0.05%, basically nothing really. So $1.05 trillion market cap. Bitcoin still hovering at that 26K mark. Ethereum 1651, BNB at 218, XRP 52 cents. We got Cardano at 26 cents, Doge at 6 cents, Solana at 2048. We got Tron at 7 cents. Dot at 461, Matic at 55 cent, time coin at 151. I got to do my due diligence on this time coin. This one just came out of nowhere. Shiba Inu at 508175, up 2.6%. Matter of fact, let me take a quick peek at this time coin and see what they're talking about. Have any of y'all researched this one? So what is time coin? TON is a decentralized layer 1 blockchain developed in 2018 by the encrypted messaging platform Telegram. Oh, okay, that's why it's doing so good. The project was then abandoned, taken over by TON Foundation, and renamed Telegram Open Network. The Open Network, since 2020, the technology has been developing thanks to a non-commercial group of supporters and an independent community of enthusiasts who call themselves the TON Foundation. TON coin, formerly known as Gram, is the native cryptocurrency on the TON network. The original idea was to integrate TON into an easy-to-use application that allows users to buy, send, and store funds. Clients pay transaction fees and use TON to settle payments or validate transactions. TONcoin utilizes the proof-of-stake consensus model for network scalability and reliability. According to the project website, the platform provides its customers with fast, transparent, and secure payment services facilitating transactions with minimal fees and third-party applications. Okay, yeah, we got to keep our eye on this one. And you know, the Telegram community is really big, so I'm not surprised now that I know it's behind Telegram. But let's take a look at the rest of our ecosystem. We got Bone token sitting at 130 right now, which I do think is a steal. I do think Bone token is a steal. Bone should right now, technically speaking, be around $3.50 to $5. And it could be higher than that, but I think Bone is super undervalued, lower than $3.50. Now, I'm not telling you go buy, sell, or hold. I'm just sharing this information with you so that way you can understand that one day we're going to be seeing Bone easily, you know, close to that $5 range. So, you know, that's almost turning, you know, they're $1.30 right now, but that's almost turning, you know, $1 to $5. So you do the math on that. But also, let's take a look at Leash. I think Leash is the Bitcoin of the Shiba Inu ecosystem. So being able to grab it right now for $444 when an all-time high we've seen around 8,000, I think. Well, right here, the chart says May 8th or May 9th. No, it's May 10th. $7,922 right now, or at that time. So May 10th, 2021, Leash was sitting around $8,000. And right now you can get one for $445. You do the math. Let me know what y'all think about that. Shout out to Faye, says I got the Tangent wallet, super good. Yes, I will have a Tangent wallet review coming. It's coming, y'all. King Kufu says, peace, DeMarco. First time I'm catching you live. Appreciate your work, man. Salute to you, King Kufu. I appreciate you tuning in. Mike says, but what's Bone? What's S-Bone? So is that a new token or I'm thinking about X-Bone. I'm not sure S-Bone. We're gonna have to check on that. Free says Shibarium tutorial, please and thanks. Okay, that's coming real soon, y'all. One Life says I'm bolted. Let's go, SHIB. How much is a Tangent wallet? I need another cold storage to store some of my Vote and SHIB. It's around $70 US or $77, I think. What do you think of unification for a token? I think that's the sleeper. You know, it's it has very high utility. You know, that's the team behind the Shibarium network. So, you know, I definitely think that token has some potential on the utility side, especially as more and more crypto projects begin to use them after Shiba Inu team has used them. So Ryan says, when is Binance going to list Bone? Not sure yet, but I know it won't happen until the Shiba Inu team renounces the Bone contract, which hasn't been done yet. It's supposed to be done pretty soon, but it isn't done just yet. Faye says 50-ish for Tangent wallet. Okay. Miller says 50 cent. Oh, yeah. 0.05 second orders, 0.005. Okay, good work. George says, what's good, Diddy and fam? Bad idea listing coming tier 1 and tier 2. Hey, connect the dots on bad idea. This is the same, you know, some of the same people behind the Shiba Inu team, y'all. Connect the dots. You know, there's going to be a lot of exchanges that roll out the red carpet for the Bad Idea AI project. Antoine says you can only set sell limit orders on Coinbase, not on other exchanges. I'm sure there's a few other exchanges that you can do that on as well. Tess, shout out to Tess Kansas says just getting on. Can someone add a summary in the comments? Jamie says it's normal to wait a certain amount of time when unstaking. I've waited weeks before on Coinbase Exchange, but normally at least a week with certain coins that are earning you APY gains. Yeah, that's, you know, that is true, but I just thought, you know, a week is a little long though. Faye says for sure, got the SHIB Tangent wallet, looks really good. Shout out to King Kufu. SHIB Army, Vote Army, super bullish. Shout out to Real Rugged DIY. Mike says, sorry, X-Bone, just this new Bones token Satoshi was talking about. So X-Bone is I believe staked Bone. I believe it's once you stake your tokens, you receive some version of a wrapped Bone token with just the X in front of it. But it's basically the same thing as Bone token. It's just represented that it has been staked or delegated out, I think. That's what it might be from the delegation. Let's take a look at BAD. So we got the dip being picked up. We've seen it pull all the way back down to this 6591 level. with 7 zeros. Now it's up to the 8133 level. So you can see people have been buying the dip. Every time bad idea dips, people are accumulating. So it's just smart, you know, not telling you to go buy this project, but it's smart with whatever project you're buying to buy it while it's in the red versus chasing the green candles. But let's jump back over to Twitter or X. What do y'all call it now? Are y'all calling it Twitter or X? So I want to jump into some of this Pepe drama. This has been absolutely wild, you know, seeing some of the things that have been going on. A lot of people saying the Pepe team are rugging the project because they took some tokens that were out of circulation, I believe, and started to dump them on the market. And we got, you know, just a lot of people speculating that the team is getting ready to rug the project. I believe they dumped around 15 million, if I'm not mistaken, which is a lot to pull out of the cut and just say, you know, hey, we're going to sell these. So we got this Twitter influencer here, Paulie, creator of panda.fiance. And so he created his own meme coin, but I just recently started seeing him. I believe I was already following him. I'm not sure for what, but I've been recently seeing him, you know, talk more and more as he's been, you know, as we see the Bitcoin thing going on, and also as we've been seeing this Pepe drama unfold. So he actually doxed, or allegedly doxed, the creator of Pepe, which is, you know, crazy to see, and, you know, shared a lot of interesting things. So we're just going to go backwards through time and get caught up on a few things here. But shout out to CJ coming through with the super chat. He said we have over 20K bone stake. Let's go. Salute. Good work, man. I definitely think those bone rewards are going to pay off, especially if you want to be able to earn passive rewards without having to, you know, sell. Shout out to Relax says, you think bone will skyrocket one day again? I absolutely do think bone will shoot up again. I think bone will be at least a $100 token. Now that's optimistic, but I think that's, you know, that's a fair price target for bone, considering its utility and considering its importance to the entire Shiba Inu ecosystem. Also looking at, you know, the past and, you know, bone's previous performance. Shout out to Essence said, everybody hit the like button. So let's go back. Let's see what we got here. So I got more cash than your favorite pro trader, and all I know is how to do is make memes. Let that sink in. Good omen. I don't work with anyone who's vaccinated, so I'm going to get back straight to the Pepe drama. So also, we're just going to go through all the stuff that we got going on right now. So Paulie says, just in, after being fired by BitBoy Crypto, known scammer BitBoy Crypto has been spotted at his local airport. He says he's leaving America because there are other places with more free time. He appears to be consuming some mind-altering substances. So they're going hard on BitBoy right now. If you haven't heard, BitBoy has been kicked off of his own channel. The team behind, I guess, the BitBoy channel are saying that they are parting ways with him due to, you know, they're not liking some of his actions. They, you know, got some alleged substance abuse in there, you know, and they're saying he's just, you know, kind of going his own way right now. And he says there's a attempt of a coup, you know, happening right now. Basically, his former employees are attempting to hijack his company, which I think is wild, because how can you kick BitBoy? Now, I'm not saying what he did or didn't do, I don't know. But how can you kick BitBoy Crypto off of the BitBoy Crypto channel? That is absolutely wild. I'm curious to see more on, you know, how that unfolds. Matter of fact, we might be able to find a video on that to see exactly what's going on. Let me see. But we're going to keep going here. So drugs are a hell of a drug. They got co-producer of Speed Weed. Just in, BitBoy has officially fired BitBoy for doing too much cocaine and stealing everyone's money. So obviously it seems like Paulie is against them right now. So he's throwing a little extra, you know, dirt on them right now. Fake crypto traders trying to explain why Pepe is not bullish anymore. They got Mitch McConnell sitting up there zoned out. So, and this is why when we talk about these meme coins, you know, always got to say, do your own due diligence and never risk more than you're willing to lose. I hope y'all don't think that's just a catchphrase. That's really, really true and important to having a successful investing journey. If you put in more than you're willing to lose, you're asking to be put in a tough situation, because the markets are crazy. Sometimes when you think things are going left, it's going to go right. Or One time you think it's going right, it might go left, or up is going to go down. So only put in what you're willing to lose. And I also, when I say that, I don't mean put it in at one time. I like to be able to buy the dip, so let's say you're, you have available, let's say 500 to, put into a certain cryptocurrency. Don't just drop the whole 500 in right away, because that's how much you're willing to lose. You should break that up and be able to take advantage of discounts that crypto provides, just in case it does pull back, which we usually see happen. And most of y'all that are new investors chase those green candles. So y'all see a project and y'all don't do any technical analysis of it. You just buy in right where you see it. So for those of y'all really want to make sure y'all aren't putting everything in at once. Mike says Pepe is a very sad and scary situation for people who have been investing in that project. So we got some Pepe over here as well. You seen, we talked about it a few times on the channel, but you notice it wasn't one of the, we didn't go too crazy on it, but not for, any FUD reasons, just that, it was one of those more riskier projects. As it sustains, as we see more developments, more utility and whatnot being added, then, you can sometimes get a little more confident. Now, not all the time do you see a meme coin need to start developing utility, but for how big that project was, to not see any, major utility start to be branched off of it is, it makes you, wonder. But, at the same time, we are, and I'm still holding some Pepe. We did get a little gains off of Pepe. I wasn't too early on that one. So that's another reason why we didn't go too crazy on it as well, because I don't want people buying the tops of a project. Now, this is why even when y'all see me review projects and whatnot, I always tell you, we jump over to the chart to see, where can the price likely pull back to, because if you just jump in right there at the top, most likely you're buying the top. Price is going to pull back, then you're going to be upset that you bought in, and now you see the value of your money dropping. So what is a fair price for Bone to be at once it becomes available on centralized exchanges? That's really hard to say, bro, to be honest. I could say what I would hope it would be at, but it wouldn't be any, factual, that wouldn't be, facts. It would just be my opinion. Relax says, well, that would be good because I bought 100. Yeah, Ben gone cuckoo. Hey, brother, what do you think about Doge on Mars? That's not one that I really check on too much, to be honest. But I believe the community is, rocking with that one. So far, from what I've seen on the outside looking in, they do. I'm actually holding some too in one of my wallets. But the community it seems cool, but it didn't really catch my, it just didn't really draw me in as much as some other projects. CJ says Pepe looking kind of shiesty. I feel for the Pepe fam who have their heart in it. Yeah, that's one thing you see too. A lot of people are like Pepe maximalists right now. They're like Pepe or nothing right now. And I know for them, this has to be, a real punch in the gut. Blue says, what trading utility would you recommend? It's what do you mean by trading utility? You mean platform? And it's hard to recommend trading platforms because, a lot of them, especially some of the ones that allow you to do more things, non-KYC and whatnot, they're more risky. So, you have to do your own due diligence on some of these trading platforms and decide, do you want to trust your money on them? Because, if they go bankrupt, your money is going with them. Look at the FTX situation. I wouldn't have thought anything was wrong with FTX. I didn't promote it at all, but, I wouldn't have thought it was a problem promoting it. It just wasn't my favorite platform. So that's why I didn't promote it. But imagine if I'd have been telling everybody on the channel, y'all, FTX, has this, leverage this, non-KYC that, this, that, or whatever, and then everybody's money drops on it. A lot of people have been upset at me. So that's why, I got to say, I don't mind recommending certain things, but I got to just lead with that big disclaimer up there. ASAP said, what's going on with Bone? As far as what? What do you mean? E. Harden said, blessings to everyone. Salute, bro. Appreciate you pulling up. Ryan says, Bone will be $50 to $100 this time next year. Now, imagine that. Even if it takes 2 years, imagine if Bone is at $1.30 right now, and you are just accumulating Bone until the time it hit $100. You know what that's going to look like? That's life-changing money for a lot of people at an easy, price entry. So, let's see. So it's so much going on. Poly's going crazy right now. We're just gonna go through all the posts until we get caught up. So how it started, how is it going? SEC charges LA-based media and entertainment company Impact Theory for unregistered offering of NFTs. Sheesh. So now they're cracking down on anybody in the space, not just crypto companies. Now it's looking like NFT companies are a target now as well, which is wild. Also, he says this person came in with this type of energy. You know what they say about the Black Air Force One energy? Let me see what this was in response to. I'm delivering far more value and removing far more harm than anyone else around here, but I'm also an MF and savage. And a lot of you snowflakes can't handle it. Stuck on my counterfeit vaccine card, pleb. Also, he says, you look so cute and obedient with your entire body covered in tattoos. Tell me more about sacred geometry. So right now, he's just on a rampage right now. So NFTs and coins, scammers trying to bot my account while I expose them to everyone in 4K. And this was the other day before the first SEC Gov charge against an NFT project for securities fraud. The bottom is very far from here. So yesterday's Ethereum volumes on major NFT exchanges were below 5,000 for the first time in 2 years. Sheesh. Think about that. That's hit hard if you think about it. Under 5,000 for the first time in 2 years. This means there's a lot of fear. And guess what that means? When there's a lot of fear, that's a good buying opportunity. So some of these, really good NFT projects, matter of fact, I want to just take a peek at, some of the, some of those top ones. Go look at OpenSea right now. So we see the Shiboshi floor sitting at 0.31 right now. Let's look at some top collections. Okay, see some of the trending ones. Okay, so right now, Absolute Steel, you can get a mutant ape for 5 ETH right now. You can get a Bored Ape for 26 ETH right now, which actually, let me see. So right now that's 44,000. I think I would want to see it drop a little further. I like to grab one. I like to grab one, but I want to see where the market settles at a little further. But I'm liking where, the territory that we're entering. But I think, once we get around maybe that, because I think, especially with the SEC starting to target NFT companies now, we could possibly see a 60, 75% drop from here, So that would be absolutely crazy. Now, obviously, some of the OG projects, the top projects will hold up somewhat, but we still may see a significant discount from here. So we can look at around, what is this, April 22, the floor price on this was around 107 Ethereum with an average sale price. So to be able to pay 26 ETH right now, it's looking a little interesting, but I don't want to spend 40K for it. I think maybe more around maybe 20, 25K, because I think it's possible. A good scare in the market can, possibly pull it down. Not saying it'll last long at that level for, 20, 25K price, but I think we can see Bored Ape getting down to that level. So that means all the other top projects will be pulling back as well. So keep that in mind. Right now may be a really good time to keep your eye on the NFT market, especially some of those top collections. Right now, Azuki's at 4.75 ETH. My lady at 4 ETH. D guys at 4 ETH. Let's see what punks are at. So nobody even selling one right now. Even with what the market is looking like, how the market is performing right now, nobody wants to sell their crypto punk. This is why, this is true DJing activity right here. True degen activity. Obviously, they understand what they hold as well. This is why we say know what you hold, understand the value and what you actually have, because you know it looks like none of them are being shaken off right now. Let's see the activity when the last sale took place. Sheesh. Okay, so 16 hours ago there was a sale for 55 ETH. So around $90,000 right now. They're not a lot that are, you know, going for sale, but once they do pop on the market, you can see they're snatched up pretty quick, even at around six figures. You know, 106,000 one just sold 2 days ago. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 sold within 2 days ago, all the way up to 78 ETH for one. So 128,000. So there's still money in the NFT space. You know, it just depends on what you have and if people want it. But this is why you should be keeping an eye out for, you know, some of these projects. Average price. One day we seen the average price go for 1,738 ETH. And there were 77 sales. And the average price was 1,700 Ethereum, y'all. This is absolutely crazy right now. Okay, let's jump back over here. So don't worry, I'm sure that known scammer Punk6529 will explain why in full transparency, just like they did in regards to the $5 million worth of stolen user funds they accepted from FTX official. So Soulsby's wallet still holds the goose. Hearing some people question where the funds are, but also it's normal for auction houses to hold assets for months after auction. B, 6529 has many funds and stakeholders to negotiate and determine which entities own it. So crazy seeing this picture right here of some abstract goose looking picture. 25 Ethereum, y'all. I wonder who created that one. But SEC charges NFT project founders key with marketing and NFT as a security. The project raised 30 million, smaller than many of the prior headline targets of the SEC, brings a lot more offerings, both coin and NFT, into question as targets. So think about that. If they're targeting projects that only raised 30 million, think about how many projects raise way more than that. So it's basically saying that, you know, they could be aiming at anybody pretty soon. So y'all got to keep that in mind as well. So also Pichotto says, it's insane to me how much media coverage I've seen saying that the Pepe fund situation marks the end. Reality is the whole scenario left nothing but a dent bullish. So he's basically marking this little small area that he pulled back right here. But, you know, sometimes when the community is super bullish on the project, the community will refuse to let the project fall off. So, you know, it can remain, you know, just might see some further turbulence, but eventually it's going to find a support where the community won't let it drop below, or they'll consider it, you know, too undervalued, where they'll, you know, start buying it up and push the prices right back up. You might see the team get, you know, pushed off to the side and a volunteer team step up and guide the project, you know, a community-led team or a DAO of some sort. But yeah, I don't think Pepe is completely over with. I wouldn't tell anybody go buy Pepe right now, especially with everything going on. But, you know, this does have a pretty strong community. I know it has a lot of people who are, you know, very, very hopeful in the project still. So they'll, you know, probably put in, you know, 100,000, 50,000 into the project and refuse to sell because they see, you know, their holdings down maybe 50% or so. And, you know, you're getting a discount on the people that bought at the higher prices. So, you know, keep that in mind as well. If you want to throw a little YOLO bag in there, a little lottery ticket bag, that'll be fine. But also, he says, yeah, I'm a small fish. That's how I get away with this. Anon says, Paulie gets away with this a lot because he's a small fish of many people saying similar things. As Paulie gets more recognition for being a troll and having borrowed art and not scamming, it's only a matter of time for FAFO. Not sure what that is. So they just dropped the new meme token, Huckleberry Gump. A lot of these projects are, you know, new projects. They don't last too long, but they are sometimes fun to jump in and, you know, take a little risk. So if you do decide to do that with any projects, make sure you only do it with a very, very small percentage of your portfolio. Also, POV, you didn't come correct in your band. Cope harder. how many days it took to get to $1 billion market cap. Bitcoin, 1,579 days. Ethereum, 287 days. USDT, 1163 days. BNB, 559 days. USDC, 644 days. XRP, 751 days. Doge, 2,585 days. Shiba Inu, 279 days. And Pepe, 19 days. Jeez. So the downfall of Pepe currently sitting up. Let's look at the original post from this. The downfall of Pepe currently sitting up 1,057x from when I called it on the timeline. That was 136 days ago. No, that's not a typo. It's up 1,057x since I shared it on Twitter 136 days ago. How many X are we up on PNDC? So this is the coin that he created. And do you see us making 1,000x from this? I'm not bothered because I'm not greedy. Really just asking for a friend. He'll probably responded with no comment. After having all that to say, no comment for that though. But let's see. Let's see. So Anon, it might be somebody from the Pepe team, says you're going to get sued for defamation. One, this is you effing around and waiting to find out. Also, Impact Theory is pleased to announce they are paying over $6 million in SEC Gov penalties, creating a fair fund to return money that they scam, burning all their NFTs and no longer collecting royalties, all after claiming to be the next Disney. So breaking, SEC has charged LA-based Impact Theory with the unregistered offerings of crypto asset securities in the form of NFTs. So take a look at that. So SEC not playing around right now. And it might have just been the way that they did it too. I'm seeing that, you know, they might have raised the money, but really that's kind of what the whole NFT game is, you know. If you want to label that a security, you know, I'm not sure if they promised a return behind it, that might have been the problem. But, you know, if you kind of release it and say, you know, this is not a financial instrument. We're not promising, you know, a return. Don't look at this as an investment. We're not saying it's going to go up, et cetera, then usually you're in the clear with that. So they might have been promising gains or returns. Okay, Blue says trading indicator. Is there a solid one? I'm new. So I like to use the Bollinger Bands. I think the Bollinger Bands are a really good indicator for new investors or technical traders to start learning about, you know, being able to identify those support and resistance areas. And the chart is also important. I also like RSI a lot. I think it's really good. It's a simple indicator to, you know, understand and start to use, especially for value investing. And I also like the MACD as well as VWAP also. So there's a few right there that you can start to look into and, you know, build on top of. And remember, there's hundreds of different indicators. You know, you don't want to overwhelm yourself with, you know, trying to understand every single one or use every single one. Just, you know, do your research on a few of them, understand how they work, understand how they can help you and what they mean. And then, you know, out of the ones you learn, decide which ones are your favorite that you know, can understand the easiest, and then you can just rock out with those ones. What's going on with Shiba Inu going to the moon? You got to be patient, man. I still think Shiba Inu is going to the moon. I think we just have broader, you know, worries right now going on in the market that won't allow Shiba Inu to really, you know, get to where it's trying to go. You know, with all these negative catalysts piling on top of each other, you got to remember too, we are in the bear market. It's not like we're just in the middle of a bull market and Shiba Inu isn't doing anything. Then I would be worried. But right now, you know, it's a bear market. A lot of, you know, macroeconomic conditions that are weighing down on the markets. A lot of liquidity leaving the crypto market. Think about it. We're only at a $1.05 trillion market cap right now. You know, that's bearish. But I think once things, you know, once the tide begins to turn, Shiba Inu will be in the forefront. Essence says he was saying that one of the Pepe developers also developed Bobo. Okay. The Real Ab says, hey there, bro. Do you hold any Voltage Dragon Sailor Club NFT? Yes, I do. It's on super discount right now. Shout out to Tillery pulling up on us, said, what's up, fam? Smash the like button. Salute to Tillery. Sing says, what's going on? Something news is going on. There's always something going on. Sometimes it's more quieter than others, but, you know, right now, you know, there's a lot of news talking about this BitBoy situation. I'm gonna try to find a YouTube video where I can play it and we go through it. Tony says, hey bro, check out Mike Token when you get a chance. It just launched about a week or so ago. Okay, what do you like about that project? Share some details about it with us. Waylon says, haven't heard you talk about bad in a minute, bro. I mean, we just dropped a bad video maybe like 2 days ago. Waylon said, I got to drop every day on bad. I could have dropped one today, though. We did have a nice discount, but I talked about it in my Shiba Inu video. That's why I didn't make one specifically on Bad Idea AI. But y'all know we still bad brigade. The one says, what could it mean for us if Shiba Inu is on the Polygon chain? So I'm not exactly sure what it could mean. It's just my only thing was the team saying that they weren't going to build on it at first and then end up using it. But I don't think it's a bad thing. It could mean that, if Polygon has any issues, we could see issues on Shibarium, or if Polygon, crashes or something like that, it could be bad for Shibarium. So I'm not sure how it actually affects it. If it's like, completely separate from Polygon to whereas, if anything happens with Polygon, we're not affected, but us being a fork of Polygon, it's likely, there's some type of effect that could be, in the waters there if something happens bad with Polygon. Shout out to Be Nice. That what's up, my brother. Smash the like button. My brothers and sisters, salute to Be Nice. Chims Inu is up today. Just a little DJ and play. Will sell soon. Yeah, we made some decent gains off of Chims. Shout out to everybody that caught that Chims bag with us. John says, we in here, salute. Blue says, thanks, my friend. You're welcome. Shout out to Dan and says, what's going on, DeMarco? Man, we in here rocking right now. CJ says, I use VWAP a lot in stocks. It's pretty badass. Blue says, thanks, CJ. MLC has a burn. Maggins. I'm not sure what you meant right there, bro. But let's keep going with this. So also the devs literally tried to rug Pepe and it's down 15%. Is still in the top 100 global cryptos. It also steals one of the highest volume crypto assets in existence. This is what you call a downfall. This is what I call strength. So that, has a good point there. Like I said, when the community believes in something, sometimes they just refuse to let it drop even further. Rug pullers reading this post. So what do y'all think about this whole Pepe situation? So I want to go to some of the posts where, they're showing who's behind it. Says, hey, Farak, I have prepared some materials for the SEC Gov on your behalf. Let me know if you want to submit them yourself or if I should handle that for you. Sheesh, Paulie on dummy. Paulie is on dummy. So payment, fundraising, Rug NFT security, radio shows, sponsor revenue, Rug DAO, investment club, OpenSea, unlicensed. Sheesh. So I don't know what's going on with Paulie right now and why he, has this, this agenda right now, but somebody really pissed him off. So next time you join a pseudo anon Nazi incel, so I ain't gonna go into everything, group on the internet, just remember that the person in charge is 5-foot-tall trust fund Indian boy who pretends to be named Charlotte. So also this is supposedly someone from the My Lady Project. So this is why, and I'm not saying that this is the person behind it. I don't know. This is all allegedly, but this is why when you check out these DGen plays, you don't want to go putting a house on it. Only risk what you're willing to lose. Because imagine, you're putting all your hard-earned money into a project that plans on running off in the future. You can make a lot of money just by being smart. You don't need a lot of money all the time, to see gains. You can, as long as you're making your money work for you safely, that's important. I've seen people make, 50, 60,000 off of a play and, lose it all because, there was a bad team behind it, or they jumped into another project with the funds that they made from another project and ended up losing it all because they, jumped in with a big amount and didn't understand who was actually behind the project, didn't really do their due diligence. So y'all just want to be, careful of that because it's a real thing. Also, he says, I don't know who BitBoy is, but apparently people are really mad at her today. I still don't know who Polly is, but apparently people are really mad at her today. So he was just trolling right there. I think BitBoy was probably trolling as well. No way, BitBoy haven't seen who Paulie is with all everything going on with this Pepe debacle. So obviously, he got the meme game in the chokehold right now. But we got. Oh, okay, no words. Let me know if y'all can hear this. They just did him bogus. Let me know. Can y'all hear this? Because I remember last time we were having trouble playing it through the stream. Okay, let me see. Let me see. I think because it might have the background noise cancel. Let me know real quick. Can y'all hear this now? Can y'all hear this playing right now through the computer? How y'all not gonna let me know if y'all can hear this right now? Okay, I'm gonna just assume y'all can't hear that. But let's see. Trash roll. The dominoes start to fall, and I'm here for it. Sometimes pioneers face setback. The pioneer in question. So someone also says, okay, thank you. I wonder why it's doing that. I even turned off the background, noise cancellation or whatever that is. Okay, so let's see. So Paulie says, "Oh wow, what a shocker! NFTs are investment contracts. Translation: paid mint equals an ICO. Buckle up. The order finds that NFTs offered and sold to investors were investment contracts and therefore securities. Accordingly, impact theory violated federal securities law by offering and selling these securities to the public in an unregistered offering. So I think as long as you still steer clear of saying, it's an investment instrument, you should be fine. But the SEC is still always digging. So also $4 billion VC backcourt tries to commit financial fraud. Federal court testimony on Yuga Labs and Bored Ape CEO Nicole Muniz. She calls her company a Web3 Disney, just like Impact Theory, who was just charged by the SEC Gov for securities fraud. So yeah, this could cause a lot of panic in the NFT space, y'all, especially as we start to see some of the NFT companies react and their holders start to see, the reactions by the company. that could cause some people to start to jump ship, push prices down even further, before we find a bottom on NFTs. So right now, obviously you could be eyeing the market. If you see something that's a steal that you're willing to hold all the way down to the bottom, that's cool. But I would wait for prices to pull back a little further. I don't think this is over yet. So he's trolling super hard right now. He said, I'm not 100% sure, but I feel like someone has somehow accessed some of my work files, sharing this in advance in case someone leaks something coming up. The good thing is that no engineers out there are smart enough to copy this stuff, but they could leak. Oh, well. And also introducing Pond.OX, the breakthrough solution for patients who are struggling to cope. Pond is specifically formulated to provide relief support when you need it most. So they trolling with one of those. They made an AI type of pharmaceutical commercial. This is crazy what AI is doing. Crazy. So also he says LMFAO, my lady is a joke, started by a weird little rich Indian kid named Rohit. He abuses and grooms. So I don't want to get into all that, because this could, you remember, this is all allegedly, this is all allegedly. Don't take any of this, as this is the truth or whatnot, because I don't know if Paul is just throwing stuff out there just to put dirt on people's name, but he's going pretty far with it if, if it's not true. Also, someone says, I still see Jared from Subway, Mevbot, sandwich attacking Pepe, and pawn swaps. You can prevent this by adding the Flashbots RPC servers to your wallet. Flashbots RPC can be used for all these transactions. I personally use it exclusively for DeFi swaps. Sheesh, they going crazy right now. So I don't know what's got into Paulie, but it seemed like he is on an absolute rampage with any and everybody right now. And it's a lot of exposing going on. Not sure how true any of this is, though. So y'all got to do your own due diligence on anything that y'all see here or hear me reading off right now. But let's see. I'm very American. Sitting in a place like this inside a strip mall actually makes me impeccably happy. So this doesn't look like a real picture. It's like he found this on Google or somewhere. I still rather live in America than most other places in the world, but that's fading fast. I've always said America do the best job of creating the illusion of freedom out of all governments. The U.S. government can do anything it wants to you. It's in charge of you. America is a slave state, and the Constitution does not exist. Humans are toddlers. In response to Jenny Rose saying, I do this with my toddler. Do you want to wear the blue shirt or the red shirt? No matter what he's wearing, a shirt. But by providing the choice, it allows him to feel a sense of control in his world. Same with food, fish, stick, or chicken nuggets. Then also, the guys for sure need to cope harder. Basically saying Biden has the whole market down. Also, he says Trump will win the 2024 election in a landslide. It will be fascinating to watch how the political system prevents that from ever happening. They will either try to put him in jail or assassinate him. They aren't going to allow an election to happen, though. Also, fun boxing match would be Cobra Tate versus Jake Paul. Not sure if it has been discussed. Is Andrew Tate even allowed in the U.S. or did he? Sheesh, you can't even read all his posts. He goes crazy. Jose says SHIB to the moon. Roland says been holding since 2015. Good work. Blue says we sure hope so, Jose. Jose says I really want to leave office. A lot of people out there waiting to quit their jobs. But this is the thing, though. Shiba Inu is not the only project. I recommend you actually learn some active trading strategies. Of course, you can have your strategy be just being a long-term holder, just set it and forget it until it reaches your price target. But you got to remember, in the meantime, short-term traders make more money than long-term holders. Now, long-term holders usually win in the long run. So why not develop a hybrid strategy of long-term holding and learning how to become a technical trader? So that way you can identify sweet areas in the charts, buy low and sell high. That way, you could take some funds off the table in the meantime while you wait for your, price targets. You idolize rich celebrities. I feel bad for them. We are not the same. Logan Paul is a loser, and I generally feel bad for him. The guy, Dylan Dennis, was interested for about 36 hours. He can't box. I could beat him in a boxing match. Go harder. Logan Paul is a beta lord, and he's going to knock you out cold. Spare yourself. So he's going in right now. He's just going in on any and everybody at this moment. Let's see. So right here, he's talking about A/B tactic. Example, political voting, the illusion of choice, a cognitive bias that causes people to falsely believe they have control over their lives, often used in advertising and marketing to make people feel they are in control of their purchase/decision. So you got to think about that. In certain situations, they'll present you with a choice, but really the choice was, offered by one person. So really you're picking either other options. They don't care which one you pick, because no matter which one you pick, they're either making money from it anyway, or you're still picking what they want you to pick regardless. They just gave you the false illusion that you're picking something by giving you the choice out of two things that they chose for you. So you got to keep that in mind. And that is what we do see take place in politics, and not just politics, with marketing as well. Think about it going into, when you're shopping, you can see two options of different things, but giving you the illusion of you have a choice. You're picking one of those options anyway. So still, the market is winning anyway by giving you that illusion of choice. So also, so yeah, he's going crazy. He's talking about COVID. He's talking about, it seems like he's talking about all types of things, flirting on that, either trying to get canceled line, or, just really poking, the bear right now. Now, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with what he's saying, but everything he's talking about just sounds like, drama, high level, offending people, or, even some of the words he's using in his post. Now, I know Twitter is, pretty big on freedom of speech, but, some of these communities don't play like that. Dave D says, have you seen Cryptic on Shibarium? Docs Dev real use case. No, I haven't seen it. We definitely will have to check that out, though. I'm looking for a lot of the Shibarium gems. So, if y'all are hearing any new Shibarium gems, don't hesitate to let me know. Also, let the teams know to hit me up. I'm open to collaborate, learning about some more of the projects. If it's a good fit, I think, it's a solid project, then we might end up talking about it on the channel. So it's insane, 126 million per token from $540. I'm not sure what you mean right there, enter or in4. Tom says, can't hear it. Mike says, and that's just two addresses, all concerns of Shibarium being a fork of Poly. Mike says, but no, I can't hear it on my end. Okay, I guess there was a little delay. Shout out to Sam pulling up on us, said finally loaded up on bag, good work. Couldn't pass up on an opportunity. Finance says, who is he talking about? I'm not sure. Shout out to William, says, salute DecemberDeMarco. Roland says, would love to get more into and learn more about SHIB Army. Yeah, most definitely. You go through some of my older videos, some of the, if you probably watch, like, I know it could seem a lot, but if you take, one weekend, not even a weekend, a day to just get brought up to speed on, some of the Shiba Inu videos on my channel, skip out binge watching Netflix for, an evening, and just, binge some of these videos, you'll know everything going on with Shiba Inu right now. The real Ab said, bro, Paulie doing too much. Yeah, he wilding right now. Last bear market, people thought it was over. This time, everyone just comfortably leans on the idea next bull market. I was very confident last time, less confident in the market now, more confident in some kind of limited survivors integration with TradeFi. Paulie says, I don't need next bull market. Okay, someone wilding out right there. Be Nice says, any Shibarium smart contract developers out there? I'm looking for some as well, so definitely let me know if you find some. Be Nice. Within 10 years, the world will see how the youngest generations of humanity have their minds undeniably warped by the algorithm. People who say we already have, says, you sure about that? Support among black voters, 91%, 2020. Fox News reports 8% for Trump. Now it's at 61%, 2023, and 20% for Trump. Polls showing dwindling black support for Biden. So for those that, care about the U.S. elections, I definitely can see that. It says perspective matters. So it looked like he was about to get mugged at first. Then he ended up saving them for some bricks. So this is the best VC crew can do right now. 7 days of hype, then dump. That's with every single influencer on Twitter trying to pump it at the same time. Hold my beer, amateur. So Friend Tech, aka Friend Dead, I expected the hype to last 6 to 8 weeks. It only lasted for one. That's what happens when a business model isn't sustainable. There will be another hype cycle if there's an airdrop. I don't know. I don't the next one to last more than 4 weeks. So just talking about another new token here. Three influencers made 6 figures off Friend Tech in a matter of days, as did multiple bots that front ran joins of big accounts. One bot earned nearly $500,000. This platform itself generated several $1,000,000 in fees. Retail traders got absolutely clobbered. This is why it's important to stand out from the average retail trader versus just trying to jump in the markets whenever you hear the next big thing. You don't want to just follow the green candles. You literally want to wait for support areas for the price to retest certain areas and get in right there. Now, what areas is questionable, but it's rare that you ever will see me just buying into green candles unless it's with a very small bag and the project is very new, because I know it could likely continue and break out to another area before retesting. But also you got to remember, I'm willing to take profits along the way also. Roland says, what's up with Bone 2.0? I'm not sure. I haven't did any due diligence on that one. And says, sorry, delay in chat, bro. I'm talking about Dodo and Dog Swap. It was 540 per token. Now it's 126 million per token. Yeah, I haven't heard of that one, bro. That sounds crazy. 540 per token. Now 126 million. What was the token supply? How many holders does it have? Insider selling tokens is literally all of crypto's founders, VCs, team. Now at least they barely have any left. Might burn, and it's basically all community. I think you're far more likely to get dumped on in other coins. That's my opinion. So supply owned by top 20 holders, 52%. Pepe, Doge, 53%. Floki, 65%. SHIB, 67%. Plus Pepe, 75% of top 20 supply is from centralized exchanges accounts. Is your dog coin really that centralized? So, could have a point there, but also you have to see how much of that supply is held from centralized exchanges as well, like he did with Pepe, because it could be 75% across the board, with the rest of them. They wilding out. I can't even read some of this stuff that he's saying, y'all. It's absolutely wild. President Trump promises to build the greatest economy in history of the world with tax cuts and energy dominance if elected. What do y'all think? Do y'all think Trump has a strong chance of getting elected? I don't want to get too far in politics, whether you hate him or not, but do you think he has a strong chance? Or do you think it's no way possible that they'll let that happen? Paulie been absolutely clowning. I might have to do like I'm gonna have to find another platform as well to go live on, because YouTube isn't as friendly with everything. You know, some things I can't even read off because the YouTube be really tripping, y'all. Some things I don't want to read off, but some things I already know YouTube, the algorithm ain't going for it. So who you got? He says left. Bored Ape Yacht Club founder Greg Solano. Right, My Lady founder. Both of these boys are weirdly around 5 foot tall, 115 pounds. So he's just going crazy right now. And it's wild because just like it seems like, you know, already he's in the last few days, each day is a whole new project that he's, you know, targeting. He was just on Pepe about 3-4 days ago. Then My Lady, now, you know, other NFT projects. He says there's going to be a lot of snitching within the Pepe team. Whoever turns themselves in first wins. This Coinbase insider got 2 years for insider trading. Prison isn't fun. The crypto space just gets more and more pathetic the more you learn about it. And that is, I won't say it gets more pathetic, but you realize the more you learn about crypto, you know, you learn how the game is played. So it can kind of sometimes make some people a little less optimistic, or what is it like, where you just are all joyful about it because, you know, you kind of see behind that curtain and you start to realize all the shady developers, you know, all the scam projects. You know, it's not what a lot of people when they first get into it appear it to be. A lot of people when they first get into crypto, they think it's something super, like, you know, there are legitimate projects out there. I don't want to say that, but, you know, they think everything is like, you know, the stock market, how there's all these checks and balances, and, you know, for a crypto to be a crypto, that it has to go through all these different processes and clarifications, which is not the case. You know, people can launch a cryptocurrency in 10 minutes, you know, and it could be from a team of smart toddlers somewhere in the world, and you not even knowing who you're sending your money to. So this is why it's important to really do your due diligence and understand who is behind, you know, some of these projects. Motivation Blessing says, what do you suggest to jump in on with these new tokens on the Shibarium blockchain? I think you mean financially, how much money to jump in with. And I just like to say, with an amount that you're willing to risk losing, especially for degen plays, you should be putting even less. If it's a degen play that you're just jumping in, you know, lunch money, you know, something very small, something that you don't mind risking losing at all. You know, I know some people who, you know, from different levels only put 100 in. I know some people who will only put 500 in. You know, I know some people who only put 1,000 in, you know, depending on how confident they are in that project. But you have to determine what level are you at where you can risk that. You know, it's hard to say because I really don't want people just doing what I do. But, you know, sometimes, you know, depending on the project, you know, I might, you know, drop. It really depends. It really depends on the project because it's different levels. It really is. It depends on, you know, the market cap art that I see. It depends on the amount of holders. It depends on the engagement on the Twitter page, the excitement of the project in the Telegram, who the team is, you know, what have they worked on before? Do they have a solid track record? Are they undoxed? Do we not know anything about them? You know, because all that could determine, you know, how much I'm comfortable with putting in the project. But, you know, it could be anywhere from $100 to, you know, 1,000 or, you know, a couple thousand or ETH. You know, it just depends on how confident I am personally in that project. So let's see. Mike says, I was saying that Cody has a ton of forks, but if one were to go down, it doesn't affect the other forks. It's its own entity, comparing Shibarium and Poly. Okay, that's good to know. Thank you for that. Ian says it was only put on exchange 20 hours ago, and literally from midnight till now, $540, 126 million per token. Check it out, bro. I want to know. It seems sus. Yeah, I'm gonna just tell you off the bat, that does seem suspect, bro. Essence says Trump has more competition now. Good point. You know, he was just going up the first time against Hillary. Roland says Nano X cold wallets any good? I like it personally, but I wouldn't, you know, I can't tell you this financial advice to get one. You got to do your own due diligence. Ian says, also, I suggest checking out Baby Bone and Baby Bone Inu because you know how Baby SHIB is moving. I did look at Baby SHIB today. I was thinking about throwing a small bag in. The real app says Nano S Plus better and has more security. No Bluetooth, just a device and cables to connect to either phones or computer with OTG adapter. That's why I said it depends on, you doing your own due diligence and what you feel is right for you and what's not. The real app says make sure you have OTG adapter though. Motivational says appreciate that. Mike says Trump win it. Hex no. So they were talking about this purple Lambo that the alleged creator of Pepe bought with Pepe funds. This is he been trolling, just DM somebody, said, you realize your brother's going to prison, right? So this is who they suspect. I believe DJ and Harambe, this is who they suspect created Pepe. So it says made it all back in one trade, Pepe Maximalist, which would be very convenient if you were the developer of Pepe. So that is, a little crazy, but it's not illegal to create a token. So as long as the SEC it stays out of it. Big Boy Crypto fired from Big Boy Crypto. Now he's just called Boy. They going crazy. The surreal sound of rock music from an actual rock. This phonograph can read the surface of a rock. Interesting. Just then, Tucker Carlson is reportedly in discussion to interview Vladimir Putin, as reported by RT. Notably, the NSA spied on Tucker Carlson to prevent a pre-war interview with Putin, potentially stopping the American public from gaining insight into Putin's perspective. Sheesh. Pepe and PNDC stats. Pepe, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 zeros, 898. On-chain holders, 138,000. Market cap, 377 million. Top 500 holders collectively own 82%. PNDC, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 145. On-chain holders, 12,141. Market cap, 48 million. Top 500 holders collectively own 63.8%. Then Matt Wallace announced that it's time to put Bill Gates in prison. I highly doubt Bill Gates is going anywhere near prison. It's possible. I don't know what they were saying for, but he has that stay out of prison money. So hopefully y'all were reading along with that right there. Let's see. So there is obviously some insane effery taking place here. They won't give hardly any money to the displaced people, but they will spend money to put a black fence up around a burn that supposedly occurred naturally. I expect some sort of concentration camp to be built here soon. So talking about the Hawaii wildfires, that was wild. Sheesh, he going crazy. Crypto Twitter it's hard to get canceled in crypto Twitter, I see. So it looks like he might have an idea here. It says, like and retweet this if you would trade on an exchange that shares revenue with its users. That would be different. To be honest, that's interesting. Imagine all the traders out there that, pay all these trading fees and don't get anything in return. That could definitely attract a lot of people. That could even attract me over there, to be honest. Every single person on crypto Twitter born in 2000s, let's see. So let's see, anyone who knows what they're looking at already recognize that I created a new model and put in simple terms. You make tokens 1, I make tokens 2.0. Good luck trading in the Stone Age boomers. Most people can't even figure out how to deploy and a copy paste smart contract. And when they do, they F it up completely. See Pepe Coin E, 2 deployments. It will take people an entire year to figure out that part alone. Everyone will try to copy the mining process 1,000,000,000%, and they will act like it's a novel feature. Every single person who hates me right now will be trying to copy me step for step within 6 months. I'm the OG. Also, when everyone around you is lazy and greedy, the most controversial thing you can do is work hard and be generous. So he's going crazy with the memes right now. He who controls the memes, controls, the narrative right now. Also, the fact that it isn't a company means that individuals responsible are personally liable. You would understand this if you had a clue what you were talking about. So Coinbase is a company, but Pepe, their website says it's a meme coin with no intrinsic value or expectation of financial return. There is no formal team or roadmap, and the coin is completely useless and for entertainment purposes. I think Pepe should be safe with putting that, out there. The goal is to get you to sell your Pepe and buy rug pools, tokens which will never ever get listed on tier 1 exchanges. Anyone with the brain knows that Pepe is a god tier crypto, and I'm building around it to make it even better. Don't get conned into buying some kids' rugs. So let's see. Let's see right now how Pepe is performing. So Pepe trending right now down 2.4%. Look at the last 7 days down 20%, and the last month down 36%. So it is a nice discount on Pepe for those of y'all that might have missed the boat. Good opportunity to get a little bag. Now let's see, would I grab some right now at this time? So right now with Pepe, we are along a key support area. So yes, if you want to throw a small bag at Pepe at this time, it would be the right time to do it before the momentum shifts and the community, takes things back in their control and reverses the chart. Because this is looking like a good opportunity right here. I might even add some to the bag, around this level. I have 2 Pepe bags. I might just create a third one. Let's jump back over to X. Let's see what's going on Watch Your Guru, top news and crypto. Just in, YouTuber BitBoy Ben Armstrong has been fired from his company, BitBoy Crypto, citing financial damage and substance abuse. Absolutely crazy to get kicked out of your own company. And now I believe they even control his Twitter page. So, you know, they have his YouTube page, his Twitter page. I believe he was using the Bitcoin page to tweet from, but that's absolutely wild after everything he's built up, you know, from on the other platforms, to lose it all to what I think was his previous employees is crazy. So also presidential candidate RFK Jr. says US government and corporations are stealing the wealth from American citizens. I mean, we know that. OnlyFans owner paid himself $338 million in bonuses last year. Sheesh. That has to be sweet. Just in bonuses. Hong Kong launches first crypto trading platform. So it's good to see China moving into, you know, the crypto space, but you got to keep in mind right now we got a lot of you know, bad news going on with China and its Evergrande company. It's its largest real estate collection, and right now they're, you know, going bankrupt. Right now they're having a similar situation to what we seen in 2008 with the Lehman Brothers situation, where the housing market collapsed, and it's looking like that's taking place right now in China. And if that is the case, likely that can have a ripple effect on the rest of the markets, financial markets as a whole, real estate, crypto, stocks, you know, bonds, you know, everything. So let's see. But that is a positive sign. So, but that is a positive sign, because usually what China does, the rest of the other countries seem to, you know, follow China's footsteps. So for that reason, it's good to see Hong Kong, you know, getting that first trading platform. But also 9 years ago today, the first Bitcoin recipient, Hal Finney, passed away. Jeez, RIP to one of the legends. RFK warns BlackRock is outbidding Americans and plans to gain ownership of all single-family homes in the U.S. That would be absolutely crazy. Remember what the World Economic Forum said, you know, you will own nothing and you'll be happy. You know, look, the BlackRock, you know, we might have to look into some connections there, or you know, they might be on a similar plan. BRICS total GDP with new members. China 19.3 trillion, India 3 trillion, Brazil 2 trillion, Russia 2 trillion, Saudi Arabia 1 trillion, Argentina 641 billion, UAE 499 billion, South Africa 399 billion, Egypt 387 billion, and it goes on. BRICS now controls 30% of the entire global economy. Also, never forget when SEC Chair Gary Gensler blamed the Silicon Valley Bank collapse on crypto. Fed Chair warns more interest rate hikes are coming. So that's another thing that, you know, reacts, that weighs on the crypto market. Whenever we see interest rate hikes, it makes borrowing money become more expensive, and less people are willing to, you know, invest in the markets because they have less money to work with. So when that usually happens, it's usually a standstill that takes place until either interest rates hike slows down, or until, you know, we get technically, which we already technically hit a recession period. But once the media starts covering and saying, hey, y'all, we are technically in a recession, then it's likely that we may start to see some money get pumped back into the economy. And then when people start to, you know, see that money flowing back freely, that's when they may start to, you know, put a lot of funds towards crypto again. So just then, 1.9 billion worth of Bitcoin options expired today. 6 of the world's largest oil producers are now BRICS members. So we got to do a lot of homework on the BRICS nations, and, you know, what they're looking to accomplish, because it's looking like, you know, whatever they're working on, you know, obviously, you know, the US dollar losing dominance is one of the things that they want, but whatever their overall plan is, we need to know it so that way we can strategize accordingly. But yeah, y'all, that was some of the market news today. Let's look at what's going on over. Let's type in China and see what we get. So Evergrande shares plunged as much as 87% as trading resumes after 17 months. That's toast. That's toaster strudel, y'all. 87% after trading resumes after 7. So let's get into this real quick. Shares of the world's most indebted property developer, China Evergrande Group, plunged as much as 87% on its open Monday, trading for the first time since March 21st, 2022. Shares fell to a low as 22 Hong Kong cents, Monday, compared to its latest close at 165 Hong Kong dollars per share on March 18, 2022. The resumption of trade comes as the company posted a loss of 39.25 billion yuan, 5.38 billion for the 6 months ended June, a smaller loss compared to the 86.17 billion yuan loss the same period a year ago. Revenue came in at 128.81 billion yuan, rising from 89.28 billion yuan in June 2022. In July, the beleaguered company filed for Chapter 15 bankruptcy protection in a U.S. court, which protects its U.S. assets from creditors while it works on restructuring deals elsewhere. In its filing to the Hong Kong exchange, Evergrande revealed it had a total liabilities of 2.39 trillion yuan as of June this year, slightly lower than the 2.4 trillion yuan in the 6 months ended June 30, 2022. As of June, Evergrande has a total assets of 1.74 trillion yuan, including cash, cash equivalents, and restricted cash of 13.4 billion yuan. Evergrande defaulted in 2021 and announced an offshore debt restructuring program in March, having struggled to finish projects and repay suppliers and lenders. Earlier this year, the company posted a combined loss of 81 billion in its long overdue earnings report. Net losses for 2021 and 2022 were 476 billion yuan and 105.9 billion yuan, respectively, as a result of write-offs of properties, return of lands, losses of financial assets, and financing costs. The company said in 2020, before the company went into default, Evergrande posted a net profit of 8 billion yuan. So y'all got to know, this is likely to lead to a much larger sell-off, a lot more or a lot bigger ripple effect in the overall market. Things are just getting started. Y'all got to realize this just, it's unfolding right now. Usually we see, the effects or results from something like this collapsing, as we move further down the line. So for the next month, 2 months or so, the next quarter could even be bearish due to all these negative catalysts that we're seeing taking place right now. So y'all got to keep that in mind. The main thing you can do, is just watch for this number here. Of course, you can educate yourself in the meantime, learn how to trade, learn, the markets, do some due diligence on projects, but pay attention to this number here, $1.05 trillion. Now, obviously, this is the cheap time right now. The markets are cheap at this point, so you should be searching for projects that you like, maybe blue chips that you want to hold at this level or buy at this level so you can hold it, as it grows. But when it says 1.75 trillion, I really think maybe that 1.75 trillion, that's when we're going to trigger that excitement or that FOMO, and we might, rally a bull market in the door from all that excitement. So pay attention to this $1.05 trillion market cap level. We're waiting for it to say, 1.5 trillion is an indicator that, we're going, but it could hit that level and pull back. Because remember, we've seen it get all the way up to 1.3 trillion and then start to taper off to where we are right now. But breaking, that resistance of that 1.3 trillion level, hitting that 1.5, we could possibly, with all, good catalysts in the market, we could possibly hit 1.75. And I think we might be going from there. So let's see. Salute to everyone for pulling up, y'all. We're going to wrap this one up. Y'all can check the first link in the description section of this video if you want to cop the Shiba Inu merch, hats like this, 30 other designs as well. Also, my book is on Amazon. Y'all can check that out in the description section as well. And also, what else we got? We got some free stocks and crypto down in the description section also, so check that out. But yeah, y'all, this was a pleasure, man. Appreciate everyone pulling up. Bullish says, big thanks to you, DeMarco, for your informative investment information to the crypto community. Salute. Salute to everyone for tuning in, y'all. Make sure y'all tap that like button on the way out. We will be live again tomorrow, so make sure you are subscribed and got notifications turned on so you do not miss out on tomorrow's live stream. Okay, y'all. Appreciate everybody for pulling up, and we are out.